We have visited the recently added Pleasant Valley crash site, and I am so loaded down with goodies that I don't know what to do with myself, but for now, I think I'm going to get some food for this fire, and then I'm going to sleep, because I kind of need to. So I'm going to leave those recycled cans there and not forget them later. We did lose a fair amount of... How is our condition that low? Has it been that low? Or did something reduce it? Have I been paying so little attention to the condition of my character? That seems strange. All right, now there is a deer, a prop deer out here as well. So that's worth noting. But for now, I am just... Yeah, I'm also checking for the prepper cache because I didn't last episode. That prop deer is a nice find. It is a little colder out here now. And there could still be a wolf in the area, so I'm being a little bit mindful of that. But I'm just trying to find as much small tinder. Technically, I could cut up one of the larger branches out here and probably be okay. I'm just trying to find small tinder, though, out here to add to the fire, give it a little bit more life, and then see if I can keep the fire going. That sounded slightly terrifying. There's been some discussion that some sounds have been added to the game that are basically nature noises, but that are designed to kind of sound like wildlife and freak you out a little bit. Okay, we just barely survived with our hypothermia risk avoiding going down, so that should give us the wood that we need to keep the fire going. We might have to restart the fire. Yes, we do. But that's okay. I can do that. I've got a fire striker. And of course, we can break this campsite, or this campfire down later. I don't know why. It's not giving me the option right now because I still have the recycled cans on it. But let's start a fire. Using a fire striker, we'll use a stick. And I'll take the 70% start chance. That's fine. It's the beginning of the series. We're so used to our high skill levels from the end of Season 5. I will have to be mindful of that.
Come on, little fire. Come on.
Definitely. I'll have to be very mindful of that, in fact. See, we're already healed of our hypothermia risk because it's warm enough in the cave without doing anything. It's so nice.
Why
Wow.
didn't that work?
Okay, not the best start. Blowing through some tinder. We have plenty, though. And it's a 70% chance, so I would imagine with 9 more attempts, we'll have a fire. Now that I've said that, the game's going to troll me. Yeah.
That didn't work.
Now that I've said that, game's definitely going to troll me. We're not wasting sticks, of course. The way the fire starting works in the long dark is that when you use up tinder, but you don't actually use your fuel until the fire is started. So you don't have to worry about losing that stuff. And of course, sticks can be broken up to create a couple of pieces of tinder as well. You always have that option. There we go. That's better.
Perfect.
Let's add some wood to this fire. I'll go ahead and add the coal too. I don't know that we even need to add I'm just going to pile all the sticks on. I don't know that we even need to add the fir firewood because there's so little time left, but I'm going to do it anyway. Now we have 7 hours on this fire. If I had been smarter when I placed the fire... Yeah. If I had been smarter when I placed the fire, I would have placed a little bit closer to the entrance and it would count as an outdoor fire right now. But 7 hours is a good length of time to rest, and I'll probably be fully... Hang on. Let me eat these pinnacle peaches real quick. Gotta get rid of a little bit more encumbrance and top off my thirst and hunger a little bit better because I don't have a ton of water on me. We found some in the plane, but okay. Now it's time to rest. I've got a little bit more inventory management to do, but I want to try and not do it up here. All right. I am going to go ahead and just sleep for a solid... Sleep for 11 hours. And hope that we don't die after the fire goes out. I'd be really shocked if we did. Okay, we've survived for 4 days, 14 hours, and 24 minutes. And we are still encumbered, but not nearly as badly. So we're finally going to have some mobility.
Snow and nothing to drink.
You'll be okay. All right, so because I need to get rid of heavier items, I'm just going to keep blowing through the vegetarian food here. Perfect. Getting pretty low on water. We'll have to deal with that soon. But, okay. Glorious. Got some charcoal out of that. And did we get anything else from breaking that down? Or... no? Guess not. Okay, let's grab that stuff. We will have to be mindful of the fact that we're carrying guts around, because that's potentially going to lead to some trouble from the local wildlife. I could have broken down the scrub brushes too. Totally forgot about that. They were sitting right here. Oops. Totally forgot about that. And yes, I can get the hide from that deer carcass, but I've already got a wolf hide on me. I don't want to attract too much attention. So I know exactly what I'm going to do now. Let's go ahead and grab a few of these sticks. I still have some more inventory management to do, but we're going to do that in a slightly safer spot as we make our way back down from the crash site. I realized that I could continue exploring in this area, but we're going to go a slightly different direction. So I would like to continue checking out the potential cache locations, and I believe they are farther... well, I know they're farther south, but I still... because I haven't found them all every time, I only know approximate locations, so I'm going to kind of fiddle my way around and see if I can spot a cache or two. There are multiple prepper cache locations south of the Draft Dodger's cabin, in addition to the one we just checked for by the plane crash. Right, so it's about midday. Charcoal also does have a use now as well. If you missed this, or if you didn't listen to the podcast that I did with Athenon talking about some of the changes, it was a long podcast, but you might have noticed one of the things on the list of topics, even if you didn't get that far into the recording, was that charcoal does have a use now beyond just mapping. It's another element in the ammunition crafting mechanic, which is just great. Like, I love the fact that that's been added to the game. Let me not sprain myself unnecessarily here. All right. Let's make our way back down to the Draft Dodger's cabin. Pleasant Valley is being a little bit more troublesome right now, and I still have plenty to do inventory management-wise, but we are good on food and water. So this is a great opportunity to dip down here, be in complete safety for a moment, and do some inventory management so that we're not as encumbered. Because the majority of our encumbrance is coming from the extra clothing that we're carrying. That's just a fact. That is just a fact. Those ropes lead up to Skeeter's Ridge, where we just were. So we have been up there, just to be clear about that. Okay. Now, back to business. Let's sort by condition. I'm wearing... well, I can get rid of you. I guess that's the main thing I'll focus on right now, is just harvesting the things I know I don't need, while keeping an eye on how long it takes to do each of those harvesting moves, because it does take up time. I am so glad I found a couple of wool toques. That is fantastic. I just can't stop celebrating about that. It's really, really good news. Okay, I don't think... I'm fairly certain that the... We're going to get rid of the plaid shirt. I see the plaid and I think the Mackinaw jacket, but the wool is better than the plaid. So let's harvest the worn plaid shirt. If you find the Mackinaw jacket, which is an external item, something you wear on the top layer, then you have every right to be incredibly happy, pretty much. Now, I think the combination of the decent thick wool sweater, yeah, and the new wool shirt here should be pretty damn good. I will leave this decent wool shirt here. Oh, and speaking of things that I need to leave behind, let's drop these things. Okay. So we know where that stuff is. And we've got a lot of... We do have a fair amount of tools as well to drop, but... Yeah, I'm going to drop this, this shirt here. We're going to leave it here. Because, you know, it's worth kind of... And I'll even leave a note that it's here too. I don't think this has happened in Against All Odds in a long time, but if we have a situation where an animal attack, bear or wolf, destroys a piece of clothing, an extra wool shirt is not the worst thing in the world. So I will leave that aside. Let's harvest our friend the decent sport vest, because that's not quite as nice of an item to keep. I'd rather just lose the weight. We do get one piece of cloth back from our 2 improvised head coverings, now that we have non-improvised head coverings. Excellent. No longer need the sweatshirt. A lot of 10-minute harvests. I like it. Let's maybe a little bit more efficient with my time. You can hear Pleasant Valley doing its thing outside. I'm glad we're in here. Yeah, this is the one that I really want to... Yeah. These jeans have been a big part of my burden walking around for the past episode or so, since we found them. Alright, and we do have an additional sport vest here. I mean, is it worth keeping? I think not. Let's go ahead and just harvest it. That's a 20-minute harvest. We're about to run out of daylight, so we can't do too many repairs, but sort by condition. Looks like we're going to need to do a couple of repairs here. Okay, there's that. There's that. Thirst is about to become a problem, so we can we could eat the sardines. That would help. Let's go ahead and eat the last of our airline food. Sad that we've blown through it so quickly, but I'm all right with it. And then we will drink that Summit soda. And now we're no longer encumbered. Check that out. All right, we're going to need to get more water soon. Might even need to start a fire outside just to have some water before too long. But, all right, we are mostly repaired up, thankfully. Let's go ahead and repair the decent thick wool sweater, though. Oh, it's completely dark. Didn't notice that. Okay, step back. Where are you? Leave cabin. There we go. Oh, this is lovely weather. Okay. Now, if I'm supposedly blocked from the wind. No, I'm not. That's a lie. I'm blocked from the wind here. All right, this is just going to be a small fire. Short fire for the purpose of getting just a little bit of water out of it. I've got enough sticks to have just over an hour burn time, and then we're going to go inside and just try and sleep. Oh.
That didn't work.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. We're wearing down our fire striker with all these attempts. Need to read some skill books. For multiple reasons, I need to read some skill books. Not only are they heavy and weighing me down, but also they can give me skills that make things like this a little bit easier and less wasteful. Add fuel.
Oh, yeah.
Need to make our way back down to the farmstead before too long. All right, 19 minutes. 48 minutes left on the fire. Hopefully the wind doesn't change direction in the next few seconds. Oh man, I cannot see jack squat. And there's a bear. That'd be hilarious. No, there's not an actual bear. I'm just saying. How funny would it be? Wouldn't be funny at all. It'd be terrifying. It'd be a little funny, though. It'd be a little funny. We can admit that. It would be amusing. And then we'd cry. We'd mourn our amazing start. And this is an amazing start, by the way. Just to be clear. This is way, way, way too good of a start. Okay, there are officially no sticks in the immediate radius of the draft archer's cabin. I could go inside. Hang on. How much time is left on the fire? Yeah, 39 minutes. Hang on. Hold that thought. There might be something in here. Totally. There we go. Just wanted to make absolutely sure that there was enough time left on that fire. Okay, let's drink that. We'll keep the remainder. Pick up our 2 cans. Take a torch. Take another torch just for fun. Okay. Here's the bed. We do have enough time to sleep for like 7 hours, and we if we do that, hang on, I'll say 8. We won't actually sleep for 8. But the nice thing about this is that it might be close to dawn, and the weather could be decent, maybe. Okay, no, it's not quite close to dawn. We are fully recovered in terms of condition, though, which is lovely to see. So, at this point, I just need to pass some time because I don't have enough daylight to do any of the things that I would like to do. And we're going to have to, I hate doing this, but we're going to have to pass the time for a few hours. Pleasant Valley decided to throw a blizzard at me right at dawn. Thanks for that, game. So nice of you. All right, at least now we have a little bit more light. So this is probably, ooh, you know what I can do? I'm totally going to drink this coffee just to get a little bit of calories, get some thirst, and replenish my energy a little bit. Perfect. It's full. So now it's like I've got a full, like it's dawn and I'm fully rested. Oh, it's perfect. That's why I prefer coffee to the damn energy shots. Okay, well, what we can do is we can keep repairing our stuff. And getting rid of the cloth, either through failing horribly. At this point, I probably don't need to do any more repairs. I really don't. We're in good shape. Yeah, we're good. I wish I had some earmuffs, but while we're waiting on this blizzard, I can finally start reading some of my skill books because I've got a couple. I'm really excited that I found the advanced guns. I would like I mean, there's things I like about all of these options, but let's go ahead and read Wilderness Kitchen. Can I just do 5 hours? Why not? Pass the time during the blizzard. Beautiful. Alright, so now we have better cooking skill. These are on the way to being fully cured. Wolfhide, of course, taking a little bit longer than the guts, as we would expect. Should I go ahead and leave some flares here too? I'm going to leave some flares here too. Keep 2 on me, as is my tradition. And then we'll make a note of what's here. That's another nice thing about the addition of the journal and the note-taking system. It's not new to the game, but it's newer to me. And you have the ability to do exactly what you've seen me doing so far, which is to keep better track of where you leave stuff. Which makes it much more viable. Hold on. Which makes it much more viable to have multiple locations where things are stored. So checking that shelf, because you never know. Once again, running low on the water. But we'll be back to the farmstead before long, and then that won't be an issue. Okay, well, this is obnoxious. I guess I'll go ahead and pass some time by cutting up these curtains. Seems like the blizzard might have just blown over. Yep, it did. Good. Alright, so we've got some additional cloth, which could be handy if we have to make a snow shelter somewhere. Still don't have a bedroll, though. That is just a profound issue that we're having at the moment. The good news is that anywhere we can visit right now in this situation, we're relatively close. We kind of have a fixed radius. The places we want to explore have a fixed radius from the farmstead. So, let's see how decent the weather is out here. It's not bad. And we're actually, it feels like 41 degrees right now. Pleasant Valley is a lot warmer at the moment since we are here earlier in the game. All right, so we got some charcoal from that. Anything else? Let's let the harvested screen stay up this time. No, nothing else comes up. All right, now we're no longer blocked from the wind. All right, we are getting a little colder, and the wind is, of course, blowing right in my face in the direction I would like to travel. Thank you for that, game. So we're going to go down this way. Like I said, I don't know quite where these are. Cross fingers. But I know that there are some high ridges that we're walking toward. If we pass the area with that new burned out, what do we call it, structure, shed, shack, that thing that we talked about last episode, if we pass that and go a little bit farther, there's some ridges, and there are not one but 2 potential prepper cache locations somewhere along the top of the ridge, I think. Again, I'm very familiar with the prepper cache locations in Pleasant Valley. In Mystery Lake, excuse me. Not so much in Pleasant Valley. So it's just a newer thing for me. Alright, see, I think we have to... alright. Pretty sure from the last time I was here, I think we have to pass that rock. Are there rose hips on that bush? I don't think so. No, there are not. There are not. We are playing on low harvestable vegetation this playthrough. Pleasant Valley does occasionally chain blizzards. occasionally. It changed them all the time. This is Miserable Valley. What are we talking about? It is considerably better. Hey, look, there's a deer. It is considerably better now that they've added the plain and they've added Thompson's Crossing. Pleasant Valley is a actual start zone now. It has bases that you can hide in. It has legitimate validity. It has legitimacy. Let's just say that. It has legitimacy as a start location that it never used to have. I was wondering when that deer was going to turn tail. Good lord. Okay, so believe it or not, we are above freezing at the moment, thanks to the fact that we're blocked from the wind. So most of the chill... Did you hear that? More snark from Jennifer Hale. I could eat a horse. That's saying a lot, because I like horses. Does she say I love horses? We'll go back and listen to it later. Before I end this episode, I would like to get up to the top of this ridge and see if I find the Prepper's Cache. Don't like this slope. Level out, level out, level out, level out, level out, level out, you son of a... Thank you. Okay, I think right there is where the cache is supposed to be, so no cache here. Could be wrong. This is useful, hopefully, though, for those of you who also haven't been to these very much and are learning their locations. I'm going to go up to the top of this ridge just to make 100% sure. Also to look for wildlife. Okay, we have one more. See, it's just this ridge, kind of, and I'm going to keep going for a while longer. I'm not as sure about the location of this one. This next one I have never discovered. I just know it's basic kind of area. So I'm going to fumble around like an idiot a little bit here, hoping not to get a sprain. Oh, no, it's way too steep. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay. All right, well, I found a cairn. What's it say? Its story's not yet written. Backer 4589. What you doing? Get on it. Will. I'll tell you what I might find if I keep going this way, though. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Hang on. I'm going to go up here. I might have misjudged the length of the ridge. There is the potential for a good find, something that we need in the immediate area where I am right now. I'm going to get a sprain. At least I found some painkillers recently, because I blew through my first bottle. Totally going to sprain. Totally going to sprain. Maybe not. Okay. Seems like the weather is clearing up a little bit, which I love. Okay. I was kind of thinking maybe it'd be here. All right. Sad Hadrian is sad. There is some Old Man Spirit, though, so I'll grab that. A couple of Old Man Spirit spots, actually. Hey, Wolf. How's life? How's the family? Start talking to wolves like we talk to magpies. As Russell Howard would say, "Hello, Mr. Magpie. How's your family?" Russell Howard is a young English comedian. If you're not familiar with him, look him up. He's fantastic. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit farther before I end this episode because, like I said, there's a chance that that we could find something really cool.
Right now.
Hold that thought. I don't know. I'm tempted to just drop the sardines right where they are. Because the likelihood that I'm going to find them useful is small. They're most likely just going to give me food poisoning and make me rage. Hey, dear. I would like to kill you right now, but even more than I would like to kill you. This is kind of interesting deja vu, isn't it? Because this is where I was, I think. Yeah, this is where I was. This is the barn where I paused season 5.5. It wasn't the 5 and 5.5 break. There was a pause during... There was a pause in the channel's production during 5.5. Which led to... I'll be honest, probably one of my favorite opening moments of an episode, like, of all time.
Can you eat trees? Because I'm gonna eat a tree.
You cannot eat trees, Jennifer. But yeah, I enjoyed opening that particular episode. But this is where we were. This is where we were. I've got a couple of burned out places to look through real quick. Let's see. And what I'm hoping for, we will hopefully spot very shortly. Was that a wolf or a rabbit? I feel like if it was a wolf, I would see it. I don't see its back. But if it's a wolf, I'm about to find out, because we are in its range. Okay, nothing here. But... I see it, I see it, I see it, I see it, I see it! Yes! Found it! Yay! Alright, tomato soup, pork and beans,
It's getting kind of heavy.
first aid kit, we have a bedroll, we have a better can of sardines. Go away. Don't need you anymore. Nothing in the metal container. Got some cedar firewood. Hatchet that might be in better condition than the one I have. I think I'll keep both hatchets because I'll eventually be able to harvest one for some fir firewood. We also have this deer that we can harvest right here. We could even cook that meat and be in really good shape. So I'm going to stop this episode here. In the next one, we're going to hang out here, look around for a bit. We're also going to, since we have such good condition at the moment, might make a little bit of coffee to boost my energy before it gets too much darker, and we're going to visit maybe one more potential prepper cache location. And then we'll head back to the farmstead and maybe drop a few items that we are lugging around in the pursuit of just, keeping that little icon in the bottom right corner of the screen at bay. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day at 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time, by the way. Comments are always welcome. I just realized this is a New Year's Eve episode, so if you guys are going out celebrating tonight, have a good time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think. I'll see you next time.